Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough challenge. Just catching the end of the daylight here in Drownedlands. In the quarry, we're loading up 4 units of special cargo. I think the task calls for radioactive fossils. So 2 in the truck, in the Azov, and 2 in the trailer. Store the crane, attach the trailer, then we can pack the cargo. But yeah, the task we're doing is radioactive fossils, and it's for secure containers. So these are called secure containers, but they're basically concrete blocks with radiation symbols all over them. And the location is over in the ruined warehouse on the Drownedlands map. So this is the last contract that we need to do for Verona. We've finished Taymyr Oil already, and then that just means we've got 2 logging contracts to do, plus some tasks and contests. Feels good, we're getting stuff done. Probably best to get myself out onto a little bit of slightly drier land and then pull the trailer out with the winch, because I'm just going to bog myself down even more. Could do a decent tree to hook onto like that. That looks perfect. Alright, that'll do. Let's get the trailer a little bit further forward. All I've done since the last episode is drive the Azov down here to load it. Is that close enough to attach? It should be. Attach it. These are really heavy because they're just big concrete blocks. So 4 units of cargo is quite something to carry with this. Let's get my winch back on that big old tree. And we get home. Get out of here before the dark comes in and all those creepy green eyes turn up to start freaking me out again. I've got a bit of tree stuck in the bumper. Right, lights on because it's unfortunately coming into dark. Let's just make sure I know where I'm going. So these need to be delivered all the way back up to the railway station. Yeah, I keep calling it the garage area because that is where the garage is. Best route out from here is going to be basically out. Probably refuel going through there. I probably don't need to. So out to there and then follow the road up. And if it looks like I need to refuel when I get there, then I will. And this is the last cargo we need from this side of the map. So this is the last time we'll be over this area. I doubt if I'll do the logging in this episode. I'll probably do the side tasks and maybe a contest depending on time, for the simple reason that I think the logging will be quite involved, and I'd like to try and do the logging all in one episode if I can. Slightly off the road because I know that that dip is a little bit interesting for the chin. I picked up another tree in my undercarriage now. What's going on with that? Is there any trees there that are close enough that I can attach to? Nope, they're all little trees. Alright, let's not mess around. Drop a trailer off, get the truck out, and then winch a trailer over. I think something there in the ground is catching me. It might be that fir tree that's sticking out my bumper. It's weird, isn't it? I've got that tree stuck in my bumper. Right, winch myself backwards and see if I can find out what is going on. There's something in this terrain has snagged me. It's like I'm caught on a tree that's still attached to the terrain somehow. That's not normal. That's not me. That's some glitch in the game. I am going to switch to another vehicle. And I'm only doing this because not being on, I want to give that bit of the map that I was just at time to despawn whatever tree I was stuck on. Because I don't believe that was a genuine thing. So I'm all the way down at that factory in the Tatooine. And I don't really want to do anything with it, but I might as well just get it out. Lights on. What's my fuel like? Not great. Alright. See if that despawned whatever was stuck in my undercarriage. I still got some greenery stuck in my undercarriage, but the big fir tree's gone. Hopefully that's enough to let me move. Yep. So that was, whatever that was, it was some kind of a glitch in the terrain. And it wasn't going to release until I left the area. So let's get my trailer over and get reattached and get on with it. Right, I'll do. Yeah, that's so whenever you get a terrain glitch like that, or you get something that looks weird, I had to do the same before. Leaving that vehicle alone seems to give the game engine time to despawn whatever it is that you were stuck on, but you need to leave it for a couple of minutes. Weird. I'm stuck on something again. This terrain isn't playing nice today. It is very heavy cargo. So maybe I'm just getting physics artifacts that you don't get if you're not carrying such heavy cargo, I don't know. So this is episode 23. The previous episode, which was published on Wednesday of the week that this one's coming out. This will be the Friday episode. I had a bit of an issue with YouTube and the upload, and it did affect a few people who watched the video, so apologies for that. But I normally upload my videos the day before they're due to go live. For various reasons, I was running a bit late with episode 22, and I uploaded it about 6 hours before its publication time, and I always schedule my videos for 4 PM UK time on the day of that they're due to be released. the reason for that is that the YouTube analytics tells me that between 4 and 7 p.m. UK time is when my viewers are most active on YouTube. So it's just, obviously it makes sense for me to try and drop the videos at the time that most people are around that might be interested in watching them. So on Wednesday I didn't upload the video until Wednesday, and I didn't upload the video until about 10 a.m. And I have done that before, where I've run a little bit late and uploaded, and usually it takes about an hour to upload on my ISP, and then it usually takes about 2 hours for YouTube to process the SD version and the HD. So anybody who's not familiar with how this works is you upload your video in your HD format, and then YouTube reprocess that video and re-encode it in their own codecs at 720 and 1080 resolutions. So you don't just upload it and then it's available. You upload it and YouTube reprocesses it, and that normally takes about 2 hours. And for some reason on Wednesday that took over 6 hours. So basically it was about 7 p.m. I think before the video was finished processing the HD version. So when I noticed that, there's about a dozen people watched the video when it first went live at 4 p.m, but they watched it in 720 resolution. And when I realised that 720 is the only version available, I made the video private and hid it away manually while YouTube was processing, because I would prefer that those who want to watch it in HD can, rather than being forced to watch SD. So that was a decision I made. And then, yeah, unfortunately it meant that some people saw the low quality version, and then other people, I will refuel while I'm here, other people who might have looked for a new video on the day that I normally publish them would have seen no video available until three and a bit hours after my normal time for publishing videos. So yeah, apologies for that. That was a bit of a mess up. I need to sort out getting back to having my videos ready a day before they're due to be published. And part of the reason for that is that it is taking, like I've said before, it's taking me a lot longer to edit videos now that I'm doing fancy stuff like cutting narrative over the top of a time lapse. That's a really time consuming process. So whereas my video for a 1 hour video used to take me about an hour and a half to edit, now it's taking me upwards of 4 hours. And it's quite and some days that's okay. Well, most days that's fine. Some days that's a difficult thing for me to sustain. And Wednesday's video was a victim of that. So I was running a bit late because it was difficult to get the editing done. So yeah, little insight. I'm not committing to this right away, but I might cut myself down from 4 videos a week to 3, just to ease a bit of that pressure. But then last week I did a bonus episode because I had more footage, so it's a bit, yeah, I play when I enjoy playing. I probably could cut my editing time down by recording in a slightly different way. So I'm looking at that as well as ways to make it easier to cut the narrative over the top of time lapse and so on. Because overall I'm happy with the videos are getting better. I believe I'm improving in terms of my skills with an editing software and so on. All of the analytics stuff is going in the right direction. 169 subscribers at the time of recording this one, which is brilliant. It's just fantastic. In terms of channel milestones then, we were looking at, obviously every subscriber is very much appreciated. When we get to 500 subscribers, I can have a community page where for something like a video that's late or missing, if there's a day that I just for family reasons can't post a video, if there was a community page, then subscribers could see updates. But you don't get that community page until 500 subs, and then the next milestone after that is 1,000 subs, and at 1,000 subs you monetize basically. Any revenue from adverts that you guys see now goes to YouTube, doesn't come to me, and wouldn't until I get to 1,000 subs. Not that I'm expecting to make big money out of this. I think at 1,000 subs you're lucky if you make 30 quid a month, but still better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Right, so here we are. Fairly uneventful drive. Not too bad at all. Pull up next to Taymyr. Sat with a trailer on. It does always tickle me when I see them side by side, how the Taymyr is physically so much bigger. I know that, you know, the Azov is 5 axles and a lot longer, but from a cab size perspective it almost looks like they're out of proportion. It's like they got the scale wrong on the two models, because when you're driving it, the Azov just feels like a bigger truck. Anyway, secure container. So this will be the last non-logging contract in Taymyr. That's quite an achievement. 2, 3, 4. Achievement unlocked. Workaholic. See how many people have achieved that one later when I'll have a look in Steam. And then $6,900. Right, so what's next? I want to do these brick missions. There's this oil tank to deliver, and that is next to a brick mission, so let's do that. Let's finally deliver that oil tank. The first thing we ever did when we came here on a special expedition was abuse this oil tanker when we came to get the Taymyr, and it's been sat there ever since with whoever should receive it over here patiently waiting. Off-road truck recommended? Don't think so. I'm going to take the Azov because there's cargo to load with the crane into a cargo bed and deliver for the brick ones. I will move the Azov out of here, drop a trailer off somewhat out of the way. I don't think I have anything else that I need this trailer for on this map, so I'll just drop a trailer in here. Don't think I've got any further use for that. We might end up struggling for fuel, to be fair, to finish out this map. I brought my Paystar 5600 TS out of retained mode and deployed it here with 2800 litres of fuel. I think this one's all but empty, or all it's got left in it is the amount it needs to deliver. I can just about. That's exactly 200. Look at that, look. Look, what a coincidence. So that's got 200 litres in it. Just hook it onto this so that I can get it forward. attach it up, and get it delivered to the fuel station. And then while I'm over there, I'll get that pallet of bricks. It's been so long they've been waiting for this fuel. And I've nicked 90% of it. $2,300. Very good, thank you for your service. Do I detect a hint of sarcasm there? Let's just confirm. So this is another one, $6. $6 per litre. Right, let's see where this one is. Yeah, so the actual pickup is there. So this is the drowned bricks one. Start tracking. And we got to find it, and it's just there. So the question is, can I safely get down there? I'll be a lot happier about this if it wasn't pitch dark, but let's just do it. Or should I be picking that up from the cliff at the top? Nah. Live a little. Right, handbrakes on. Grey mode, legs down. Bit of daylight creeping in by the look of it. It's always nice. Store the crane, pack the cargo. And then I think the delivery... Oh, so it's back in the warehouse. Fine. That makes a bit of sense. And then the other two, so there's bricks and then delivery doesn't tell you until you, oh, it's at the village. Yeah, okay, so we'll deliver this to the warehouse, swing down through, probably fill up with fuel again, and then come and do these two on the south. No bother for the Azov, look at it. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pick those up from the cliff. In the dark it was a bit difficult to tell the perspective, but no, definitely what I did was the right way to do it. So if fuel here is $6 a litre, and fuel in Michigan is $2 a litre, obviously $4 a litre difference. And I think the Paystar 5600 TS has a 2800 litre capacity. So 2800 litres, the $4 per litre difference is what? 56, 112, so 11,200. Have I got my maths right there? 11,200 difference in the cost of filling up here versus filling up in Michigan. So the deployment cost is probably worth paying to go and get fuel there if you got desperate on a more expensive map. Cargo unload. Another one done, $1,600. So we can afford to fuel up here. But yeah, I think I've just done that in my head, so it's probably wrong. But I think $11,200 difference makes it worth, if I got desperate enough, makes it worth going back to Michigan, get fuel, and then come back here with a full fuel bunker. And I'm going to assume that the later regions all just get more expensive. We are now going here. The way we get there is to stay left. I'm just making sure it wasn't that trail I was meant to take. Okay, so slight continuity issue there. The game has moved me forward. I had to exit the game. I'll probably have edited out the distraction, but I had a neighbour in the house opposite had somebody loading a load of builder's rubble into a skip. So every few seconds there was a big loud bang, crash, clatter as concrete blocks and whatever else was being loaded into a skip. Big echoing bang. I exited the game, stopped the recording, and waited about an hour in the real world for that work to finish. So this is a road I've not been in before, so let's just make sure I know where I'm going. There, and then somewhere around here. It doesn't actually look like there's that end of the road joins up, but I'm guessing you just find your way through that swamp a bit. And I can see the bricks that I need to collect visible on the map there. I love this as-of truck, but it really does need that active suspension. Right, so I'm guessing it's a bit strange that these two roads don't join up. I guess this used to be a road that's flooded out. Is that what they're saying? I'm gonna try and stay there, not go through the boggy bit, the worst boggy bit. That'll do. Right, it's easy, right next to the road. Crane. Legs down. This one loaded. What are they doing? Okay, physics, welcome. Pack crane, pack the cargo. Let's go. Right, so now what we're going to keep an eye out for is I want to get to this task. Find out what it is, find out where the trailer is that I've got to recover. It is a scout trailer, so I may end up craning it into the back of the truck. Oh, okay. So the trailer's right there. I don't have to search for it. It's right at the location. And this was the only task, I think, that I hadn't managed to tag. Come into this from the other side. It's stuck on that birch tree. Right, engine off. What are we talking here? Lost trailer. Accept. Start tracking it. There's the trailer, and the delivery point for it is the sawmill. So that's easy, because we're going to drive through the sawmill to get to our next destination. Which again reinforces this was the right way around to do this, because you're going you're pulling in the right direction rather than backtracking. The question is now, I think I'll just winch it, thinking about it. Rather than trying to, it's quite a big trailer, isn't it? Although it's a scout, it's still quite big. I'll just try and drag it enough that I can get a winch on it. I don't really care elegance wise about how well it's attached. I just want it out of where it was. That'll do. If I'm careful. When am I ever careful? If I'm careful, I should be able to pull that around and get it going the right way. Get it on a tight winch so it doesn't get caught on trees every time I turn a corner. I want that on as short a winch as I can get it. And then we'll just crack on. And we just follow our noses, basically. Take us straight to the sawmill. This is not nice terrain for the chin. I'm going to try and get my trailer back on. Ah, trailer's turned. That again. This is pretty gnarly terrain, isn't it? Right up pointing forward enough for me to get it now. That was pretty unpleasant terrain. Obviously having to winch a trailer makes it more complicated. In hindsight, get the bricks, go back out the north, run down the easier road and send the Tattering in for the trailer. It would have been easier, but hey, hindsight is easy. Anybody can do it perfectly with hindsight. The biggest hassle is whether it causes a fuel issue. Messing around, you know, getting yourself in and out of sticky situations like that just burns a lot of fuel but not a lot of movement. Alright, where's the delivery point? Looks like it's the other side of that building. Yeah. Right, so get the trailer delivered. $14.50. Thank you. It's a drop of water in the ocean, but I'll take what I can get. No worries, mate. No worries. I can see why you got it stuck. Lights on. That are coming into dark again. So I'm now going to go and pick up another pallet of bricks. And what I'm not sure about here is whether the game cares which pallet of bricks you deliver. As in, can I deliver these ones on the way past and complete that task, and then collect the other ones for the other contract, or do I need to pick one up. I might as well just do it. I might as well pick up the ones for here. I suppose there's no risk, is there? It's not going to mess anything up. It'll either accept them or it won't. I know with trailer deliveries, if you've got to deliver multiple fuel carrier trailers, it cares which trailer you deliver. But I don't think with pallets of cargo it would care. Although I guess if that was the case, you could also just pick up cargo from a yard and hand in. You know, could have picked up 3 pallets of bricks from somewhere and then hand all of them in without actually going and collecting anything. But I'm going to test it anyway just to see. Yeah, fallen bricks complete. So it doesn't care which pallet of bricks you hand in. That's useful for me to know. And then that should now be lost bricks is the last one to do, which needs delivering to the village. And there's a pallet underneath this bridge lurking like a good old troll that I can pick up as I drive over the bridge. Frame mode, legs down. This bridge can hold my weight, can't it, for the legs down? It'll be fine. Winch them in. Restore the crane, back the cargo, and this is the last task on the map, I believe. So into the village. It's not a massively easy route from this side, but I'm gonna come here and then find my way through. I've found my way through a couple of times. It's just it can be a bit gnarly getting stuck. Timing wise for the episode, because I had to cut the recording in half, I'm not entirely sure if I've got time to do anything else after this. I think it's probably safer if I assume that this is the last delivery of the episode. Get this done. Quickly recap, make sure I haven't missed any tasks, go in the profile page and make sure there's nothing that I've missed out on. And then do logging probably in the next episode, which may take 2 episodes, depends on how much I want to time lapse it. It is basically 6 trips, 2 different locations, 3 deliveries each. So there may be a bit more time lapse or cut to that because it's quite repetitive. So see, and then probably wrap the series in Taymyr with the contests in another episode. So maybe 2 or 3 episodes after this. This is 23, so if we manage to do it in 2 episodes, that would be 25 to do the map. Bearing in mind we did lose 1 episode. So I don't think there's a way through here. Have a look though, because it would be convenient if there was. And knock your fence down, mate. I hope you don't mind. And is there a way through there for me? Oh, that's a boggy, horrible field. Why would I go in there? No, that's just axle deep. Yeah, that's nasty. I haven't done myself any favours coming in here, have I? There's an area down the road a little bit that I know I did get through with the Azov once before. It's just a bit of a tight squeeze through somebody's garden. Maybe up over this garden. Knocking fences down left, right and centre. Sorry about your picnic table, mate. Places to go, people to see. Demolition derby now, isn't it? Right. Cargo. Unload. Done. $2,200. Bravo. I wish I'd have seen Pavel's face when you pulled up outside his house. Sadly, he quickly realised he forgot to order cement. Anyway, you did your job, so here's your pay. Mate, give me another $200,000 and I'll go and get you some cement. Problem with that? That's what I do. Right, so we're very low on fuel now. This down to 18%. Enough to get back to this fuel carrier, but the fuel carrier's only got a third of a tank, so 700 litres. Which I'm sure won't be enough to finish the logging, because I don't think the logging vehicles are particularly full either. And I've got to get them all back to the garage when I'm done. So I imagine I might just bring the Fleet Star through for now, because once I empty out its add-on, it's a vehicle that I could sell. I don't think I'll ever need it again. Full dark. Bit extravagant to use the lights just to sign off the episode, but I don't want to do it in pitch black. So yeah, that's not bad progress. I will turn the lights off and have a look in the profile a sec. So tasks. Oh, there's another one that I've missed. I'm not 100% complete on tasks. Drowned lands. Help Cable. A teenager decided to borrow his father's car and managed to drown it in a swamp. I'm afraid of his father, and I would appreciate if you could pull the vehicle out and take it to the owner's house. I am afraid of his father. So always check your profile, because the map lies. Well, the map doesn't show you everything because the watchtowers aren't 100% coverage. And then contests. There are the 4 Drowned Lands contests, which may be too much for one episode, I'm not sure. Contracts, everything is done except for the 2 logging contracts. So on the map, have we got anything that shows us where that other task giver is? No. So where's that then? It's a car stuck in a swamp. And it's got to be here, isn't it? This is the only... Oh, there's a vehicle there. I can see it. So this is the only area of the map that we haven't been into at all. So it's got to be in... It had to be in that grey area. And I can just about see the shadow of a vehicle there. I'm going to go and have a look at that now. I was about to sign off the episode. Editor Atlee is already cursing me. But I'll make it fit, because I'd like to get the tasks done. I'm glad I checked that profile, though. That would have bugged me if I thought I was wrapped. I'd have checked it before I left the map, but even so, it would have annoyed me if I thought I was done and I wasn't. Right. So I can see the marching ants yellow box to pick up the task. And I can see the vehicle. The question is, what's the best way in there? See if I can see enough from the map to see the terrain. Yeah, so if I followed that road, it looks like the task giver box is about there. So I'm a bit worried about going in here and getting stuck. But if I followed that road, I'd have to come in from this side. Maybe that is better. Yeah, I'll follow this trail. Unless I can get there, but it's a bit... This isn't the trail, I'm just seeing if I can get there through this route. Because it kind of looks like an unofficial trail, doesn't it? Like, Azov is a beast. And is more than capable of going a bit off-road. Look at that. What a beaut. Is that a Hummer? Can't quite see in the dark, but that looks a bit like a Hummer to me. So, help cable, deliver it to the owner's house, start tracking. There's the truck. It is a Hummer, okay. And the delivery point is back down to the village where we just dropped off the pallet of bricks. Fine. Try not to get stuck myself, eh? How close am I? I can just about get that. Maybe. Try and get it onto a dry and relatively flat area, and then I'll crane it into the back. Can I lift the Hummer up? Has it got a center hook? Crane, legs down. Yeah. It's just whether this blue crane has got the oomph to lift it then. Swinging around like crazy. I'll do. I'll pack one out. Store crane. Pack. Right, so the Hummer's packed. And I've now got to take that back down to that village, which means... Well, because I'm here, I don't know how bad this bit is. I remember in a very early episode when I was exploring this farm, wondering what that route out would be like. And I just never came down here to try and find out, so that's why I missed this task. But at least if it's packed rather than being towed, I've got winch access. So let's see if I can get past this flooded road. If not, I'll just backtrack the way we came in. Strange place for a road, because that rock isn't... Oh, hello. I don't think so. I just gave my driver a bath. Maybe I can get across here. There's just suspiciously not very many things to winch to by the look of it, so this looks like a trap. That was funny. So why would there be a road right there with a great big boulder right in the middle of what looks like where the road was? Anyway, we got past it. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that now. That's not a friendly gully. I'm not taking the chin through there. I'm cursing myself with this. Is going to make editing so much harder because this hasn't been a quick final task. I was already probably at the amount of time I needed, and I've now just added what, 20 minutes of recording. Fun though. That's a different little bit of the map. Different job, recovering a Hummer. I think it's the first time I put a Hummer in the back of the truck. Gotta go see the scary dad. That's a little bit daunting. So I've not used my Chevy Scout since Michigan, and I've not used my Hummer Scout since Alaska. And although they don't make a lot of money, I probably am better off selling them. So it might be at the end of this region when I'm fully complete. I'm not doing too bad for money, but I might still go through the fleet and work out which trucks I will definitely not use going forward, and therefore will sell. And I'm still not 100% sure which region I'll go to next. I was looking at picking up some stuff in Lake Covd, Kola Peninsula, as I've discussed before, and as I've discussed in comments with people that have made suggestions. And I'll definitely need to go to Covd for things like the Action, for the radar trader, that kind of stuff. But Covd is only 2 maps. So at what point does a special expedition do enough content that actually it's just a series? So I might just, for at least the next series, follow the progression and just go to Lake Covd. It's only 2 maps. There's some new dynamic there in terms of having to deal with ice that breaks. I might go there and learn all of that stuff in a small region before moving on. But yeah, undecided at the moment. It's either that or a Muir. And if I do a Muir, then there would be a special expedition to Covd and probably a special expedition to Don. And yeah, like I say, it's kind of a, at what point do I decide that a special expedition has just become a series? Right, grumpy father. Here's the truck your son got stuck. 2,600, not bad. That boy is so spoiled, no discipline. It probably won't be long before he gets himself into trouble again. Thank you for your help. Well, if he gets himself in trouble again, he wants to do it quickly because I'll be leaving the region soon and I won't be here to help. But you're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to wrap the episode here. That's good progress. I'll have a little bit of a struggle editing this down to a sensible duration, but I think it's worth it to get all of those tasks complete. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.